for the beauty of the earth left hand broken chord, but we're going to practice them block first. So you got the C chord, so just block this together. And you got a G chord in inversion. This is why it's intermediate. You've already practiced your chords in inversion. How do we move from C to G? We move 3 and 5 down to the next key. B, D, G is your G chord. And then from that position to move to the F chord with the A note at the bottom, which is what's written on top here, you take the 3 fingers and you shift them 1 notch down. So from the second chord to this third chord here, it's just the same fingers in the same distance, shifted down. But then the last one, there's a fingering change. Notice that there's a 2 here. So that same C that you had a 3, put a 2 on it, then shift your thumb and index down. And you got that C chord with the G note at the bottom. So one more time. You got the C chord that you know very well. Then you move the 5 and the 3 down. And you got the second chord, G, inversion, first inversion. Then the mold of the hand, just move all the fingers down 1 notch. And you got the third chord, F major. Then replace the middle finger with the index and shift your thumb and pinky down 1 notch. And you got your C chord. Okay? So I should have color-coded a little bit, but let me do it now. So I'm gonna put these 2 chords in green. Why? Because the hand feels very much similar. Okay, so the first chord, again, everybody knows C chord, move the 3 and 5. The 3 and 5 move down. And I colored the next chord green because you're just moving the entire hand down by 1 notch. And for the last one, what you need to remember is you're replacing the 2 on that same C, and then you move index and thumb down. Notice I chose the inversion where you have a bass line, which is C, B, and then A, and then G, and I keep it down to F. And at that point, well, F will be spread up. Just F chord broken, up and down. And then G chord would be G, B, right? And then my C chord would be, so that needs to be practiced a little bit. Because my G chord is simply G and B, and my C chord is right there. I'm only playing the 2 notes out of the 3, C and E together with 1 and 2 for the last one, C chord. So let's do it now with the rhythm, now that you've blocked it. So the first chord, C, T, T, Ta. The next one is T, T, Ta. Shift down, T, T, Ta. Shift down with the 2 on the C. Shift down again, pinky, F chord going up, back down, and then G chord, G and B's only, and I have to end it on C chord, C and E. So pause the video and rehearse that until you can kind of hum along with your left hand. Keep going down with your pinky. G chord. C chord with just 2 notes. And then repeat that. With the pedal, if you're able to and have the skill for that. F chord with the A at the bottom. C chord with the G at the bottom. And then F chord really slower. Okay, second line. Second line is easier because it's your C chord that we've seen, but it's now up and down. The only thing to notice is the number 4, going back to C with number 4. And then you just have to read these next notes. B, stepping down, and then 3. The fingering should help you. That's a skip away, and then 2 and 4 together. Because B and D belongs to your G chord, and then again I'm ending on the same notes, C and E. Those of you who can, you can play the entire C chord, but it's with 4, 2, 1. I thought that might be too much of a technique for some of you. So again, this is C chord going up and down. When you go down, put a 4 and C, and then B with 5 and 3, D, and then do the entire chord if your hand is able to do that smoothly, legato, right? And now we are looking at F chord, chord to the octave. What does it mean, chord to the octave? That's your F chord. To the octave means whatever's at the bottom, I'm gonna double it up there. So my fingering has to be different, right? So that my thumb can be up here, and the fingering for that is 5, 4, 2, F chord, and then thumb on F. Those of you who have, anyways, even if you don't have small hands, you should only stretch to the next finger on the next key, release whichever one you're not using, then this one, then stretch up to the F and bring your hand over. So your hand is always relaxed, sort of like, you know, in a normal relaxed shaking position. So that's the technique for chords to the octave, which is in a different video if you just want to practice that. That will be the correct way to play it, not like this. Because then keeping your hand with open like this is tension in your forearm. So 4 on A, 2 on C, then you have a normal G, C and G7 and C that you know very well from easier pieces. So from the beginning of the whole song, C chord, move 3 and 5 down, G chord, move the entire 5, 3, 1 down, F chord, C chord, G, C, E, now slower F, going up, going down, and G with the 5, G chord, and then 2 notes of the C chord. Then you begin again. Second line, C chord, slow. Number 4 on C, G chord, B, and the full C chord if you can, if not just 2 notes. F chord to the octave, 4 on A, 2 on C, C chord that you know very well, the block, and G7 block.